Howdy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and here's my little adorable guard kitty over here. And man, we have a lot of amazing news, a lot of questionable news, and a lot of bad news, and quite a bit of ugly news too. But before we get into tonight's stream, we are at war with YouTube and Twitter's algorithm, and they are slowly but surely killing my sanity, and in the case of YouTube, this channel. And if you want to help us defeat the algorithmic beast, in the case of YouTube, please hit that like, of course, comment, share, and subscribe. And, oh my god, my poor plushie fell here. There we go. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this live stream, ain't sponsored, oh my god. Kitty, stop it. If you want to help keep my adorable Bill Bubba kitty who just ran off, and this operation will, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be for live reactions, like for some of the series we're going to be talking about, or news analysis and live streams like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Ko-fi. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where I'd constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, and we literally just defeated 3 false copyright strikes a couple weeks ago, or no, less than a week ago. Patreon, I don't have to worry about that, so I can have my full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, and well, we really have busted quite a few botched localizations, and you will see them. You will. They're great for when we cover anime original content, like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, or, series like Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, which is like a mixture of original and adaptation. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And heck, if you upgrade to the $10 tier subscription, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gacha Yakuta, Togenanki, which we are covering tomorrow, as well as the second seasons of Dan to Dan, which I know I should have done today, but man, I'm not in the right mind space to cover, to do any anime live reactions right now. I can't. I could barely do this right now. So I'm gonna do that one tomorrow with Togenanki and My Dress Up Darling, and there's even more on the way, like the anime we're gonna be talking about here. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So man, this past week has been insane. We got fantastic news about Jujutsu Kaisen, and some, well, really questionable news and bad news about One Punch Man Season 3. And let's be real, I called this shit about One Punch Man Season 3, from the get-go, and I got so much shit for it. I'm glad that people are starting to wake up to it. Prior to getting on this live stream, I covered this week's chapter of One Piece. Oh my god, One Piece is so lit right now. Oh my god, it's so goddamn good. Oh my god, make sure you check out that video. If you need the chapter link, just go check out my Discord. You will find it there, or just go search it and you will find it. But yeah, so with Jujutsu Kaisen, we got the Season 3 trailer released on August 31st during the 5th anniversary celebration. And it is going to be, the Culling Game Part 1 is going to be adapting the Itadori Extermination arc and the Preparation arcs, from what we're seeing here in this trailer. And the Preparation arc, and this is how you know it is, the Preparation arc is this right here with Maki. We're gonna see Maki exterminate the shit out of the Zenin clan. That's how I know we're getting not just the Itadori Extermination arc, but we're getting the Preparation arc up in here. I don't know how many parts the Culling game is going to be, because the Culling game is a really long arc. And if this arc is going to be the Itadori extermination arc and I don't know. Like, I feel like the Culling game itself is it needs to be at least four different parts. Or two, no, the Culling game itself, like, leading up to the Culling game, it's gonna be a minute. Because you have the whole thing with the extermination of the Zenin clan, and then, yeah, we gotta get the rest of the key players. Yeah, the Culling game's gonna be really long. There's gotta be, like, way more than two. It's gotta be more than 2 parts. It's gotta be more than 2 parts. But one of the other things that were announced at this event was the Phantom Parade, the new arc for the Phantom Parade game. And it's going to be, according to Sakatsu, it's a prison break and rescue arc. And they're going to be, the arc involves saving Nanami, Itadori saving Nanami, and if you're playing that game, good for you. I don't know. I don't play mobile games like that. I should probably be, but no. The other thing that was announced, like, and I knew it the moment they announced it. I was like, just watch. G-Kids is gonna get the rights for it immediately, and we're gonna get a release date. And it's the oh my god, compilation film for Jujutsu Kaisen, the Culling game. So basically, this is Jujutsu Kaisen Execution. So I don't know how many episodes of Shibuya it's gonna have before the first couple episodes of the Culling game. My guess is if it's anything like what we've seen with Demon Slayer, I think it's probably gonna be the last 2 episodes of Shibuya, and then the first 2 episodes of Culling game. The only thing, though, and this is coming out December 5th, which I'm surprised it's coming out that fast. I will give Toho credit where credit is due, that they're actually pumping this out a lot faster than Crunchyroll ever would. But the thing is, and I'm really annoyed about this, is you're only going to probably get maybe 2 screenings or 2-day like theatrical run, and maybe 2 screenings if you're lucky per day. Maybe even 1 per day if you're lucky. And there's going to be no marketing for it. That's what happened with the most recent one, with the hidden inventory arc one. You got like nothing. You got no marketing, and you got like maybe like I think it was like what 2 screenings over like a couple days. This has got to stop. This needs to freaking stop. It really does. And yeah, it starts January 2026. Hold on a second. I want to double check something real quick. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, damn it. That did not go the way I wanted it to go. Damn it. Let me try this again here. There we go. Let me see if I have everything here. Okay. Let me just check something here. Alrighty. But yeah, the other thing. Oh god. I have to point this out because I just was like, of course, because Western fans do this all the time. They go up in Japanese chats, Japanese panel chats, and say the dumbest shit. And this is one of them. Oh my god. And I'm not surprised. I am not surprised by this at all. Ugh. Why? Just fucking why, man? Ugh. Speaking of movies, before we get into One Punch Man, and also I gotta talk about the Jujutsu Kaisen spinoff. But before I do that, I gotta mention this popcorn bucket. This popcorn bucket is so freaking sick. This is for Chainsaw Man Rize. Like, that is fire. We won't get this here. I know for a fact we won't, because I will show you why we won't get this here. Because I think I have it saved at the top of my bookmarks. And this is perfect because I need to talk about the spinoffs. This is what we're getting for Demon Slayer, right? Demon Slayer, which has become essentially Japan's unofficial anime. It is usurping Studio Ghibli right now to become Japan's unofficial anime. It is. I am baffled by this. I really am. But anyways. So you got that happening on Demon Slayer taking the world by storm. It broke box office records during freaking COVID in the US, mind you. And instead of getting, like, you know, some of the popcorn buckets that it got in Japan, for example, it's getting this shit, right? Then you see what Tron is getting, right? It's getting a goddamn motorcycle popcorn bucket. And it's not just getting a motorcycle popcorn bucket. No, it's not just getting that. It's getting an arcade cabinet popcorn bucket. Or an arcade container. It doesn't say popcorn bucket, I'm sorry. But still, it's like, really? Really? You can't do that for Demon Slayer? You can't do, Inosuke's, mask, his pig mask, as a popcorn bucket. You can't have the container that, oh my god, Nezuko is in, as a popcorn bucket, or a container. You know, it's just like, this is all you're gonna do? Really? 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 Like, you guys gotta keep in mind here, Demon Slayer, it's not even out yet in the US, and it's breaking box office records for pre-sales. It's just like a huge slap in the face. It just goes to show you, in my opinion, that these people, or it's either Hollywood pressuring them, or that, they just don't take anime fans seriously. They don't. I tweet them all the time. I tweet them all the time. I'm like, I say it all the goddamn time on Twitter. I say it all the goddamn time. I'm like, dude, you are losing revenue. If you want more revenue, anime fan, otakus and weebs, we spend a shit ton of money on merch. That's where your fucking money is. You get the otakus and weebs in, you get a shit ton of money. You get butts in seats. And you're not doing it. Like, for example, and this is why I'm fucking, I'm pissed off at Crunchyroll. I'll keep saying it. I'm pissed off at Crunchyroll for getting rid of Crunchyroll Expo for a multitude of reasons. But Crunchyroll bitches about money, not getting enough money. Well, guess what? Like, when I went to Crunchyroll Expo 2019, I spent like $500 on a shit ton of merch. I know people that spent like, I think a couple $1,000s on merch. I spent like under $500 on merch. I got my money's worth. I did. I got my money's worth on that merch. It's like, dude, seriously, you want to make your money's worth? You want to get your theaters out of goddamn bankruptcy? Stop doing this pussy shit about like doing like one screening per day for like 2 days. No! Do like 5 screenings over like a 5-day period or a week period. Actually market your shit. Do something. Get, not just that, just actually, oh hi. Yeah, JJK is back. It is. It is back with a vengeance. Oh, we'll get into the spinoff. I have not looked at the leaks. I have not. I have avoided, like, minus the color pages, I have not looked at them leaks. I've been avoiding them like the freaking plague. I do. I try and avoid leaks like the plague. I do. Because I really don't want to be spoiled. The only thing I look for is the scanlations. But yeah, I'm hoping that, I really hope TCB puts out puts out translations, because I got a feeling John Weary is gonna freaking do the localization for this. I got a feeling that they're gonna do this. So, let me see if I can get the timestamp. There we go. But yeah, I got a feeling John Weary's gonna do the localization for this. But yeah, I just had to get this out of my system because that pissed me off. This pisses me off too, and we'll do that. Let me just get this out of my system too, for real quick, and then we'll get back to Jujutsu Kaisen. So, IGN's review for Demon Slayer came out, and one of the things that they bitched about is like an incomplete story that never justifies being a feature film. First of all, it's a freaking trilogy. Like, what do you want? It's a goddamn trilogy. I know some people are like with trilogies that it's like, yeah, each movie has a self-containing story. Well, yes and no to an extent. It just depends on the series you're looking at. It really does. But like, if it's executed correctly for Demon Slayer's Infinity Castle arc, yeah, you could have just if You and the Table was smart and I know they didn't do it, which really irritates me, is if they would have just focused on Akaza and Tanjiro and Gyo's fight, if they would have just done a movie about that, it would have been fantastic. But no, they couldn't do that, unfortunately. But damn, it just is so frustrating. I think if anything, I'm not saying it's a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a 6. I would say maybe a 7. But anyways, let me get into, where is that shit? Here we go. So there's a couple of things from Jujutsu Kaisen that's coming out. Like, this is how we knew for sure that it was a Jujutsu Kaisen spinoff, is that it was listed as Jujutsu Kaisen Mojuro. Like, when I first saw the color pages for Mojuro, I was like, yeah, this kind of looks like a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen meets Dandadan, meets Shaman King. That's the vibe that I was getting from it. And then, as soon as they said it was a Jujutsu Kaisen spinoff and a direct sequel, I'm like, okay, they didn't set the, why? Like, the way the manga ended was horrible. You need to fix it. You need to do a midquel to fix that shit up. That was just, oh god. I know it's a short-term serialization. I know it is. But you could have done, like, a short-term serialization and fixed, like, the clusterfuck that was happening near the end. That shit was a straight-up clusterfuck. I'm not happy that that's not getting fixed. It really bothers the hell out of me. But, it's also, by the way, Nice Prison is getting axed this week. I am tempted to, I might do a live reaction for chapters 10 through 19. I don't know if I will. That manga is fucking bizarre as hell. It is, like, it's a mindfuck. I know I gotta catch up on, Harukaze Mound. That one I will catch up with, and same with, Ping Pong Peril. I really hope Katagami doesn't get axed. For the reason, because if that one gets axed, it's going to be because it was meant to be like in Manga Plus. Because to me, Katagami is, I don't know why people haven't recognized it yet, but that is like straight up Jujutsu Kaisen with waifus. It really is. That's what that manga is. Owner of the Flame's going to get Kingdom Bros and Owner of the Flame are going to get axed next, though. I'm calling that shit. The other thing that is coming in terms of Jujutsu Kaisen is there is going to be a spin-off novel. We don't know anything about it. I am curious what the spin-off novel is going to be. If the spin-off novel ends up being like a Bleach situation, because the Bleach light novels took place during the time skip, and it did kind of fill in like some of the shit that happened that I think we're going to see in the Bleach anime. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely one of those series that I feel like we could get like 1,000-year blood war situation happening. But I don't know if Gege's going to be like Kubo who was straight up on top of it. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if this will be the case. It definitely need Demon Slayer. Speaking of, Demon Slayer definitely needed a 1,000-year blood war situation. Out of all the series not to have one, I'm surprised, and I'm also mad that it didn't get it. Jujutsu Kaisen, like that clusterfuck of, oh god, the fact that people are still saying Oshinoko, but maybe it's because they didn't read Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is the worst and has the worst ending of 2024. Period. Nothing's gonna top that. And it's all because, I can't believe I have to say I'm spoiling it, but you have to deal with it anyway. It's because Maki's death was taken from her. She got robbed by goddamn Nobara, who should have stayed dead in the goddamn first place. That pissed me the fuck off. Why the fuck would you bring her back to life? That was retarded. That was, like, just that alone. I said in my live reactions, I said just that alone, like, almost made this Jujutsu Kaisen as bad as Domestic Nakanojo. And that ending is shit. That ending is fucking horrible. It is like the worst ending of all time. It is. Out of all the series I've covered, that ending is like the worst ending of all time. I fucking hate that ending so much. And that Jujutsu Kaisen is up there for me. Hi, Robert. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I was very surprised to see that we're getting a spin-off, a sequel. I'm torn about it. I would rather have a midquel, like, fix the clusterfuck that was the end of the manga, personally. I think that would have been better. I don't understand why Gege decided to say, fuck that, I'm just going to do a spin-off instead. That was a choice. That was a freaking choice. Like, why not just fix it? I just don't get it. Maybe as I said, maybe the anime will fix it. Maybe. But at the same time, it's like, dude, Gege's not even working on, as far as I know anyway, Gege ain't even working on the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. He ain't supervising it, so it's kind of obvious given the art, so. But I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that, especially with this arc, the Culling Game arc in general, I think Gege needs to supervise this one. We really need a 1,000-year blood war situation with. We need that. We need a 1,000-year blood war situation with the Culling Game. There's so much that needs to be done. Oh, One Punch Man, dude! I did a video about One Punch Man Season 3 being cooked. Right when we got the confirmation that JC Staff was going to continue working on it, I said it. I said that One Punch Man was cooked. Same thing with Hell's Paradise Jigakuraku. I said from the get-go that shit was cooked. That shit was going to be bad. And I was right. And I got so much shit for saying it. Same with Chainsaw Man. I got so much shit when I said that because of the art style they were going to go for, the realistic live-action art style that they were going for, that it was going to be bad, and Japanese fans were going to at least hate it, and I was right. But yeah, it's One Punch Man, it is ugly. And I was talking to my Aniplex Insider about, the situation with the director, which we will get to, and he's like, dude, I don't know what he's doing. Like, because, they shouldn't be, like, look, and I kind of agree, as much as I love getting info from industry people, it's like, dude, you gotta be very careful with how you do it. Because otherwise you're gonna lose trust and probably lose jobs. Just saying. But, let's get into One Punch Man. I gotta save this for, oh, by the way, we did get the Mato Seihei No Slave trailer for Season 2, and my waifu Mira is there, and I am so happy, and I really, really want to cover it just because of her. That's my waifu. That's my girl! I love Mira so much! I love her! That's all you need to know about that, is that Mira is here. I'm very happy. And this is, I'm going to try, I'm trying to avoid it because I do not want to get attacked by Shueisha. But yeah, that's all you're going to get from that. The other thing is, before we get into One Punch Man, I'm really excited about this one because Assassination Classroom is reportedly receiving a completely new anime film, which is going to adapt episodes which were omitted in the original anime series. Now, if that's going to happen for Assassination Classroom, that opens the door for other series. This opens the door for, like, Soul Eater. This opens the door for, and I think Soul Eater's already getting one, actually, now that I think about it. This opens the door for, like, maybe, like, Tokyo Ghoul, maybe. God, Tokyo Ghoul just needs a fucking reboot, let's be real. Soul Eater, from what I understand, like, Soul Eater should get a reboot anime, let's be goddamn real. But it's not as bad. Soul Eater isn't suffering as much as, like, say, Tokyo Ghoul or Twin Star Exorcist. Like, Twin Star Exorcist has suffered so much that even Sakeno, the mangaka, is like, dude, get this. It needs a reboot. It needs a straight up reboot anime adaptation. Like, Sakeno wants it. And why Period has a situation I haven't done it just baffles me. Oh, I will be ranting about my shadow ban because I got things to say about that. Also, Tagashi has been providing updates. In case you missed it, he is back on Twitter. Usually, what that means is that it's a good sign for Hunter x Hunter. That means that in this case, prior to, like, going off of Twitter this last time, Tagashi said he was going to work on trying to find, like, a better method of drawing so it doesn't affect his back pain, because he has chronic back pain. And it looks like he's finally found it, at least for now anyway, because we've been getting, like, updates on, like, 4.13, I think 4.14, obviously this is 4.18, so I was thinking we might get it this year, in the next couple of months, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get Hunter x Hunter chapters until next year. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but we are getting Hunter x Hunter chapters soon, so that's a good thing. We will talk about the fuckery that I have been dealing with this week in terms of localizations, but let's talk about One Punch Man here. I am not happy with this. No, look at what is happening here. Murata, I am so sorry that your art is basically unadaptable. It is. At the very least, JC staff should not be having this. I'm saying it. I've got shit for it. But the fact that normies are straight up coming out and saying that that One Punch Man needs to be liberated from JC staff is freaking hilarious, because it's something I've said for the longest time, and I feel so vindicated. It happens every time. As I said before, it happened with Chainsaw Man, it happened with Hell's Paradise Jigakuraku, and it's happening here with One Punch Man. I feel so vindicated. I was right. I love being right. But damn, look what they did. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So this is Genos in the anime, right? Like, that scar. Look at that scar. It's missing. Half the scar is missing. Look at that. Half the scar is missing. Where is it? And also, his hair is completely wrong. The hair is wrong. The face is, like, I have to wonder if they would have cut Jonas's hair, had the scar up, if it would help fix the proportions of the face, because the face looks a lot thinner, and I think it has to do with obviously the hair and the scar. God, it looks so bad. Oh, also this is wrong too. Oh, you see that? Yeah. See, this is now you're getting an idea of how I do my anime live reactions on freaking Patreon. I do this on Patreon with my anime live reactions. Like, I have it side by side, so you guys can see the differences between the manga and the anime. And I point out like in the case of, like, say In My Dress of Darling, which is very frustrating at times because they ruined Amani's fucking outfit of pointing out, like, dude, there's no houndstooth. Where's the goddamn houndstooth pattern, for example? But yeah, but dude, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? This looks like some cheap-ass cosplay. This looks like something that you would get at, like, Five Below. Actually, no, that's too generous. This looks like something you would get, like, at Dollar Tree. Like, I can't be the only one thinking it. I just can't be the only one thinking this. Alright. Let's move on to King here. The scar looks okay. The nose, I think King got the least amount of damage in all reality, especially after just looking at shadows. But the shirt is wrong. See, this is what I mean. The shirt's wrong. That's so jarring. I can't ignore it. Also, where the fuck did the cipher come from? Why is the cipher here? It's way too long. It should be like right here. You see, it's like right the middle, mid-ear. Like it goes like all the way down to the bottom of his ear. What is this? I think the scar is it too short? Yeah, I think the scar is too short. Yeah, I think this line for the middle part of the scar is too short. I think this line of the scar... Wait! That's what it is. Yeah. This one is... The middle line is way too short. And this one here is way too long. They made them, like, on the top, they made them all the same length. Which is not the case. You see how... And they're all jagged, too. This looks like ass. But yeah, one of them is supposed to be shorter. This one's supposed to be short. Shorter than the rest. And that is not the case. The eyebrows look okay. We got the bags. The nose is okay, I think. Yeah. But, yeah, like... What is this? My boy got so fucking ruined. Oh, girl, what did they do to you? What did they do to you? Oh. Oh. Where do I begin with this one? Well, first of all, you don't see any scratches on him. No. Also, his face looks flatter than fuck. It looks really flat. The nose is like, it looks funky. Those eyes look like shit, man. Oh my god, those eyes look like shit. Those eyes look angular. Is it angular that I'm thinking of? The word I'm thinking of? The pupil is wrong. I think the pupil is wrong. Or the iris is wrong, maybe. It's just that face looks so flat. It looks so flat. It's driving me crazy. That hairline looks jacked to hell. Oh my god, it looks bad. Oh my god, I hate what they did to you, Garo. I really do. I really, really do. Alright, let's take a look at Zombie Man here. The jawline is jacked. This is not just limited to JC staff. This is happening a lot. Where the way the jawlines are drawn is making the faces for a lot of character designs a lot thinner than they should be. And it's really fucking annoying. I hate that a lot of anime studios are doing that. They also made... And it's weird because they made Zombie Man's head... up here, his hairline look a lot more round when it's supposed to be more angular. It's supposed to be like straight. He's supposed to have more of like a rectangular head shape. These belts look so bad. They look so bad. This is not the same person. I'm sorry. In the face, it's not the same person. You can't tell me these two are the same people. This looks like his, this looks like Zombie Man's, like, ugly cousin. That's what it looks like to me. Oh man, is this... Oh, I just noticed it too! The neck is a lot longer as well. It took me a second, but yeah, the neck looks a little bit longer too. And thinner. Oh god, this looks so bad. This looks so bad. Ugh. Hold on, I need to get a close-up of the cracks up in here. Well, at least we got the cracks, so... At least there's depth here. God, that mouth... This looks so weird. It looks so fake. It looks so fake. Wait, are there cracks? Ah, that's what's going on. The cracks are missing here on the jawline. Whereas you see here, you got like a good chunk of the cracks are here, yeah. But there's like cracks on the jawline where it looks like there's separation between the face and the rest of the head. Yeah. Yeah. It don't look good. It really don't look good, guys. Alright, let's see what we're getting here with Tatsumaki and them. Oh god, here we go. Let's see this downgrade. Oh, Pickup looks like he lost weight up in the freaking anime. Look at that. He lost weight. Pickup got on Ozempic. It's Pickup on Ozempic. No, not Pickup on Ozempic. No. I can't unblock you from here. What do you want me? I can't do that from here, man. But but yeah, Picard is totally on. I don't know why I didn't realize it until now. But yeah, Picard is totally on Ozempic. All right, let's see what's going on. Oof. Oof. Darkshine, what'd they do to you, man? Yeah, them roids are not doing well. Yeah, it looks like what Darkshine looks like in the anime. It looks like Darkshine went off the roids. That's what Darkshine looks like in the anime. It looks like that Darkshine just like got off of steroids. Oh my god, it totally does. So you got Picard out of Ozempic, Darkshine looking like he was just taken off of not taken off. He's been off of steroids for a minute. Like, dude, you cannot. These are not the same. They are not the same. And then Tatsumaki. Well, we can't. Dude, they censored her! Because we can't see her from the hip down. And we see thighs. Oh god, now you gotta be worried that they censored Tatsumaki. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, we got chest though. Let's see, let's take a look at the chest. Chest is okay. Hold on. I think chest is okay. Shoulders. I think we can see it fine from here. Shoulders. I think Tatsumaki, for the most part, looks okay. But it's hard to know, like, if the proportions are right when we can't see her from, like, the hip down. Alright, let's see. Child Emperor looks okay. He doesn't look as bad. This looks okay. It could look a lot worse. Jesus Christ, man. This is just bad. It is bad. One Punch Man is freaking cooked. But let's take a look at what the director has to say here. All right. So this is the director is Shinpei Nagai. All right, let's see. Oh, damn. I wanted to actually just go to the tweet. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Shinpei Nagai, the director of One Punch Man Season 3. I completely understand everyone's reactions. Please calm down and hear me out, if you would. Yeah, it took, like, what, up until a month before the anime comes out to, you know, reveal who you are. For at least people are thinking JC Staff. It was JC Staff's idea. Well, Nagai says it was his, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll explain why I was chosen, and it might be a bit long, but please listen. I've been a freelancer from the beginning, and that hasn't changed. At 37, I wrapped up my apprenticeship and stepped into the anime world with a work called Hiro Nakakara. I learned how to create hybrid animation with 3D in a project called Aquarion Logos. Okay, let's take a look at that while we're at it. Let's see what Aquarion Logos is. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think people are very happy with it, but alright. It's not giving me, so far I am not very confident with this. This is in summer 2015. Alright. And after that I switched to a 3D company for just 1 year, contributing to image boards for Altered Carbon and such. My goal was always Manglobe, and I honed my skills on episode 6 of Gangsta and Samurai Flamenco, among others. I was aiming for a hybrid of 3D CG and hand-drawn animation. You didn't go try and work for Orange? If that was your goal, bro, why'd you try and go work for Studio Orange? That's what they do! They mainly do CGI, but they incorporate CGI and 2D the best. And I'm so confused. If that's what you want to do, then go learn from the best in the biz, or at least try to go learn from the best in the biz. Let's look at Long Globe real quick. Let's see what they were. Okay, so it was Shinichiro. Oh, okay, so it was by Sunrise producers Shinichiro Kobayashi and Takashi Kochiyama, and of course they filed for bankruptcy in September 2015, having accumulated an estimated debt of 350 billion yen. Ooh. So Manglobe made its name producing original shows such as Samurai Champloo and Ergo Proxy, rather than adaptations of existing works. Since 2010, the studio have been responsible for multiple seasons of the anime adaptation of The World God Only Knows. Let's see. Let's see what they did. So they did Samurai Champloo. Oh, they were behind Michiko and Hachin? See, we're learning wonderful... We learn something new every day. So they did Dead Man Wonderland. They did Heidi the Combat Butler, Cuties, Samurai Flamenco, Gangsta. Damn! I didn't know they were behind like Michiko and Hachin. I love this series. This series is good. If you haven't watched it, I really strongly recommend it. But I didn't know they were behind Dead Man Wonderland as well. Damn! Okay, you know what? I see why you went there. I do. I see why you were See, this is why I research things like while I'm doing this, okay? To learn these things. But still, even after, and this obviously this was before Orange came to be. Studio Orange came to be like I think, and I think around the time Man Globe shut down. So, all right, I will take back my statement. But still, in the midst of that, JC Staff became a longtime partner. Oh God, commissioning me for storyboards and direction throughout the year. However, since I'm relatively unknown and don't have standout achievements as an animator, I thought it might give a bad impression. Alright, so I asked to keep it under wraps. Then when the consultation of One Punch Man Season 3 came up, I focused on incorporating a new workflow, something I discussed in CG World, bridging 3D and 2D workflows to squeeze out even one more second of production time. I don't know, something seems off about this. I sincerely apologize for keeping quiet about this. The team is giving it our all on site. I can't discuss details about the production, but I'm open to answering what I can within limits. I asked about, like, and I still haven't gotten an answer. I want to know about the actual software that's being used. I want to know, like, what software is being used and what is the ratio of CG to hand-drawn being used. I'm just very curious about that. But the other thing I want to do is I want to take a look, because this is what I do every time I cover new anime like this. And when we get production and stuff like that, is we take a look at their filmography. So let's see. Yeah, so here's what he mentioned, Gangsta. Let me make sure that there's the Samurai Flamenco. Let me make sure that this is the right one. That I am not. Yeah, there's Diamond and Pearl. Where's the One Punch Man one? Do they not put it here? Hold on. Just want to make sure. I'm going to make sure I'm looking at the right one, because my anime list is usually... Oh my god. I will feel better about it. Alright, let's see. Let's see if they updated it like I think they did. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're at the right one. Okay, so we're looking at this, and he did work on like Shokugeki no Soma, but he's mainly done like some episode directing, assistant, like animation directing, storyboards, and I just there's the One Punch Man. I just didn't see it there. That was my bad. And you look at like a good chunk of the ones here, and oh my god, he did the storyboarding for 2.5D Seduction. Oh god. Oh god. I am still pissed off at what JC Staff did to that anime. I really am. But he's done some directing. Yes. We'll take a look at that in a second. And assistant director in the case here. Or here, there as well. So there is some assistant directing up in here. There is. And screenplay writing too. See? Like, people are talking about the hentai and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, sure. But I don't give a shit. Here's my thing. I don't give a fuck that he worked on hentai, alright? Like, people are making this big deal. I don't give a fuck that he worked on hentai. I want to know if he has had experience in the sci-fi genre, the hero genre, shonen genre, and whatnot. That's what I want to know. Has he directed anything in that genre? And so far, well, he's done storyboards for Bastard, I guess. Let's take a look at this, because I don't know which series this is. So this is fantasy, historical fantasy. Okay. So we got some fantasy up in here. Alright. Like, when I look at production, I'm not looking at storyboarding. I'm not looking at, like, key animation like a lot of people are. No, I am looking specifically at directing. Because that's how you know how the direction of this series is going. Whether it is art director or like art animation director or like assistant director or director, I want to know like if they have experience there we go, that's the word I'm looking for, leading a production. Or an assistant director, you know, at least being right under the director. Let's see what this is. Drama, mystery, supernatural. Well, at least they're supernatural, so okay. Alright. So we have that going for him. Okay. There's... Oh, so I don't think I saw this one here. No, I did see this one here. I did. So this is, I tried asking while kowtowing. And this one is I know this one is a comedy ecchi. I know that they've done a lot of rom-com and ecchis in terms of directing. I think this was another one that was ecchi, right? Oh, this is a comedy in Yuri. So there's that. But you know what? I'm going to take it back. In the case of One Punch Man, there is comedy up in here. So that's kind of important to have, is have someone that is experienced in comedy. But yeah, like, I don't, like, if it wasn't, in terms of like the art animation, I already had no faith because it was JC Staff, and JC Staff just like destroys everything it touches. And not only that, like, I covered it in my, I did a video on it ages ago, but like, JC Staff is a freaking clusterfuck, man. Like, on their website, it straight up says that one of their brand new studio, studio number 3, it straight up said there that in 1 year, cause they launched a year ago, they did like 3 or 4 productions, like up to 4 productions in 1 year. And that includes Honey Lemon Soda. It's like, dude, this is on their website. I couldn't believe it. And then I think it was Studio 2, the producer there, was saying that, what was it? That there was like no security team or cleaning team, that they had to do it themselves. I'm like, what? Jason, like, people like give Mappa shit for like slave labor and all that. I'm like, dude, that's got nothing on what's happening at JC Staff. It is batshit crazy. No, I think this is worse than Blue Lock. This is worse. Like, I know Bug Films has been a giant clusterfuck since the very beginning. It is. It's been a clusterfuck since the very beginning, and that's why there's all these delays with Witch Hat Atelier and what we've seen with what we saw with Zom 100. But JC Staff's on another level of clusterfuck. I do. I really do. You know what? Let me see if I can find that website, or see if I can find the J. I will, because I still can't believe that this is actually this was real. I still can't believe it. I hope it's still there. Like, I think it is. I think it was under company, if I remember correctly. Oh, come on. Where the fuck was it? Was it here? Why are you not going for me? Where the fuck is this? Where the hell is it? Maybe I found it here. I can't remember. I think this was it, right? Yeah, this is the website. Where the hell is it? Also, why are you not going? Hold on. Damn it. Why are you not working? No, that's not it. Where the hell is this? Yeah, there's the... Oh, they must have changed it. Did they change it? Like, I think... Oh my god, I think they changed their website. Let me see what this says here. Hold on. Airing production, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think they changed it. Dude, they changed it! Oh my god, they totally changed their website. I think they did. I really... Yeah, because this doesn't look the same as when I covered it. They so changed it. Holy shit. They fucking changed it. Oh my god, I think they realized... JC staff had to realize that, yeah, it's probably not a good idea to have this shit on our website. Yeah. Dude, remember what I said about Sakamoto? That was TMS, that's TMS Entertainment, by the way. Remember all the shit I got about Sakamoto Days, and I was right. I was right about Sakamoto Days. I got so much shit for it, too. I was right. But yeah, that's TMS. That's JC staff. But yeah, there's someone else, though. Oh, we will get to you, localizations. But yeah, so this is the team. So Suzuki has worked on all the scripts for One Punch Man, including season 2, and I will pull that up actually. Where are you? Because I have it right here anyway. Kubota, I am sorry that they are doing this to you. I am. Part of me is like, I don't believe that you are part of this shit for a second. I don't. I feel like they are ruining your name. Hold on, let's take... No. Did I look at the art director and I just, like, totally forgot? This is your art director, by the way! Yeah! You wonder why One Punch Man is cooked? This is your art director. They mostly did background art. So, unless if this is for the backgrounds, it doesn't say background, so... Yeah, there are many reasons why this anime is cooked. There is. I called it, too. I said it from the start. And people were giving me shit for it. Where are you, writer? Oh, come on. Work with me here. Here it is. Suzuki. Yeah, so they've been with One Punch Man since the original, and they worked on they work on Susanoo Freiren. They've done like Tiger and Bunny and Lupin the Third. They've done a lot of stuff, and man, I feel bad that you had to bastardize Saint Seiya. And I know for Suzuki, it's like, yeah, it's not your fault. This is a director problem. It is. It's very sad that it is a director problem. But yeah, it is. It's very... But like, really out of all the anime, to put an inexperienced director on this one? Really? JC staff, you do a lot of very questionable shit. And I covered it, because I'm not stupid. Like, I'm glad I covered it the moment I found it. Because now you changed your website, so, yeah. But, really? out of all one of your biggest properties, because they have fairy tales, so I have to include fairy tale in the mix here as well. One of your biggest properties, you're gonna bastardize it like this? And you thought what was happening with Record of Ragnarok was bad. Jesus Christ. But this is why I'm bringing up director change here. Because with Chainsaw Man, remember, I got a lot of shit for Chainsaw Man. Remember, with Chainsaw Man, it was the same thing. Inexperienced director. Experienced screenwriter. And you saw how bad Chainsaw Man was. I'm saying in comparison to Fujimoto's art, okay? And you had the Black Clover director up in there. You were wasting him. And then a miracle happened. Mappa realized, yeah, that was pretty retarded of us. We shouldn't have done that. Let's actually put Yoshihara in the director chair and see what he does. And, well, we actually get a Chainsaw Man anime. Because Rize looks freaking good. This is what he said here. About the changes he made in comparison to the TV anime. So about the Sakuga and ED, the style is quite different from the TV series, isn't it? Yes, that's right. On that point, I discussed things extensively with Sugiyama-san, the character designer, as well as the AD and ED staff. We decided to return to the origin, the brilliance of Tatsuki Fujimoto's paneling and compositions in the manga. Based on that, we set out a direction to more actively carry over the expressiveness of the original drawings into the anime. That's all we want! You see what a difference a director makes? This is why Chainsaw Man Rize arc is going to be a success. That's why the trailer looks so good, and why, like, when I looked at it, I was like, this is Chainsaw Man. Where was this? Hell, I remember when we got the stuff for Chainsaw Man, and I saw that Yoshihara was there, and what his role was. I was like, why the fuck is he not the director of Chainsaw Man? It makes no sense. Same thing with Sakamoto Days. You have the director of Megalobox right there as the character designer, and you're not using him as the director? Why? That makes no sense. And this is like what Yoshihara is saying here is why you use an experienced director for your big property. If you're for unknown directors like this, or rising directors or whatnot, up and coming directors, have them go on like little properties. Build them up. Don't set them up to fail. Mappa did it. Fuck, TMS is doing it. Don't do that. But anyways, specifically, what kind of changes did you make? In terms of Sakuga, for example, we removed the highlights in the character's eyes and reduced the amount of shading. This is one of those cases. Usually I'm a big proponent of shading. But with Chainsaw Man is one of those cases where you don't need that much shading. You don't. Fujimoto doesn't use that much line work and that much shading, so you can kind of get away with it. For character colors, we slightly increased the saturation of Makima's and Power's hair, and depending on how you look at it, the eyes might appear lifeless, but I think that itself is a part of the key design appeal that Chainsaw Man holds. And we re-examined those kinds of details one by one, aiming to bring the visuals closer to the original, and I think that became the core this time. That is all we want! That is all we want! Like, whoa! To be fair with Sakamoto Days, it's a lot harder to do compared to Chainsaw Man, because Suzuki uses a lot of shading, and a lot of line work, and a lot of detailing. And this is in comparison to Chainsaw Man. Same goes for One Punch Man. That's really hard. That is a big ass to do. But with One Punch Man, it's like, dude. And so even Sakamoto Days too. It's like, dude, come on. Why are you putting an unknown director on this? Why aren't you, especially especially one that is not experienced in this genre. Like, it makes no sense. In the case here with Yoshiharu's experienced in this genre. In the shonen, well, Chainsaw Man is like a shonen borderline seinen. Let's be real. But he has experience in like action like this. He has experience in this. I don't understand, man. I just don't get it. It baffles me. Especially when Mappa, from what I've heard through the grapevine, Mappa is spending a good chunk of their animation or anime budget on fucking talent. So why not do it from the start? It just baffles me. Baffles me, man. Hi, Jaden. They don't care? No, I don't think it's that they don't care. JC stuff, I don't know. Mappa, with Chainsaw Man is one of those things where Mappa is investing everything into Chainsaw Man. I think they were just being extremely naive with Chainsaw Man. That's what I think. I think Mappa was being very, very naive. And they were, because this was the first project since Yuri on Ice that they were funding themselves. So... And they already basically said, fuck you, Yuri on Ice fans. Which was a dumb thing to do. That was so stupid. Why they did that, it just blows my mind. Let's see. The other thing that's blowing my mind here is we have an animation genocide happening in the West. Speaking of mismanagement, we got Zaslav just taking everything off of HBO Max. It's just why? It's not doing numbers, so fuck you, we're gonna purge everything off of it. Well, guess what? People are just going to go either pirate it, or because you don't have a physical release for it, or just hope to God that Tubi or MeTV or Pluto buys the rights, or Hulu buys the rights at this point, or YouTube buys the rights. But this is unbelievable, man. I've never seen any type of stupidity like this before. Just blows my mind. And I do love this. This is really cute. Okay, yeah, I mentioned this already. Oh, God. Alright, so... Okay, so I feel like this is probably the perfect time to jump into localizations. Oh, the major... Dude, how have you not been prepared for it? I've been prepared since I found out JC Staff was doing One Punch Man Season 3. Like, the only ones that are not prepared for this to be, like, one of the biggest disappointments in anime history are those that actually believe that JC Staff is going to actually do something. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised by this at all. Like, I don't know why people are surprised by this. Baffles me, man. JC Staff not going to animate Jujutsu Kaisen. No way. Mappa's not letting that go. I just don't personally, like, based off of what I'm seeing in these trailers, in that trailer for Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm kind of mixed on it. It's kind of like what I saw with Gachikuda, where, and I've been noticing it a lot lately, is that you could, I don't know what's going on, but you could start seeing that a lot of the CGI, it's just not being blended very well. And when it happens, when that happens, it looks more like a video game cutscene. It doesn't look like animation, or like an anime. But, oh God, where do I start with this? Oh God. I know, I still gotta write this article about a couple of cuckoos. Because look at this shit. They changed it. Crunchyroll changed because I'm shy about walking home with you too. I'm shy, okay, but you don't usually get to walk home with the boy from your past like a rom-com pro tag. You know what? This is a good segue into what I'm going to bitch about. I have to rant about this because this is something that has pissed me off for a minute because I know I am beyond shadow banned. I am shadow banned on Twitter. I am shadow banned on YouTube. I feel like I'm shadow banned from life at this point. I really do. And I understand why people post some of the same. I like that my article from I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl gets circulated. That actually kind of makes my day. It makes my life when I see that because it's like, oh, I actually contributed something, and it's like it kind of pushes me to be like, okay, maybe I do need to get that couple of cuckoos localization article done a little bit faster. It gives me that extra push to do it. But like seeing the same thing for localization stuff, Discourse posted over and over and over again, even though one of them is mine, and I don't get enough credit for it. Really does irritate me a little bit because I post about botched localizations all the goddamn time. I have so many freaking examples of shit that's happening right now, and it would be nice to get some awareness out for it because, like, for example, with Jujutsu Kaisen, there was a blatant botched localization error for a chapter, and after enough outrage, there was enough bitching, Viz actually fixed it. Same with oh my god, what was the series I'm thinking of? Dangers in My Heart. Once there was enough outrage, High Dive got the localization changed. Like, that's why I'm like, I really, as much as I'm glad that people are, sharing these examples to make sure that the same mistakes don't happen again. Guess what? They're still happening. They are. I'm going to show you. They are still happening. In some cases, they're getting worse. Fuck, I wish more people were sharing the story I did about Katrina changing oh god, I need to go through Dark Gathering at some point and show you how bad her fucking localization of that is. Because she changed like Lolicon God to like some pedo what was it? Oh god, this could bother me. Jesus Christ, do I have to go grab it? Yeah, I will you're gonna see my content because it will bother me if I do not have it in front of me. Is this right here. She changed Lolicon and replaced it with problematic age gap. Yeah. Like, I'm dead serious. This happens. It happens. Like, this happens all the time. Fuck, I got a really bizarre one that I saw for Lolicon. I just gotta get Japanese Twitter to confirm what it's supposed to be. The only reason I figured out that I knew something was up, and I'll show you for Goku Rakugai in a little bit, was because I knew something was up because, one, the term looked really weird. I was like, wait, what? And then I ran the Japanese raw through Google Translate, and it came up as Lolicon. I'm like, I knew it. I knew something was sus. I knew it. But, like, you got this. With Banzoom has been botching and I know people are like, well, why haven't you made a video on this yet? I'm waiting for the end of the season for a lot of these dubs, and then I'm gonna do like a full on. I'll probably do like I'm thinking I'll do a live stream for each one. I'm either gonna do a live stream or I'm gonna do a video for each one. Like, I don't know yet, because some of them are only like 12 episodes each, and the simuldub ones will be easier to get done. Like Gachi Yakuda, I'll be able to get done right away. A couple of Cuckoos is not simuldub, so that fucking sucks. Same with Witch Watch, which really fucking sucks. Sakamoto Days is a simuldub. Sakamoto Days isn't as bad as freaking as like say Gachi Yakuta. We'll get into Gachi Yakuta in a bit, but yeah, that's my game plan for that. I still can't believe that Madhouse has got a lot on their plate. And also, it was, from what I understand with One Punch Man, is that it was, for season 1, it was a team of freelancers that worked at Madhouse, from what I can remember. But in the case of it, this is where I, like, popped the fuck off. I said this. I said, because this was the second time this happened, or for the day anyway. Because in Spy Family this past week, I noticed like there was 2 panels that were off. I was like, something doesn't feel right about this. One of them was Anya said, "I'm agenting so good right now." I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. And then the other one was this one, where Anya said, "I need to agent harder." I was like, yeah, something don't feel right about that. And I asked Japanese Twitter, for their input. And I've had at least 2 say that, and I did run it through Google Translate as well to see what was going on, to see if it was even worth, I should always do it anyway. See if it was even worth, putting it out on Twitter or not. And both of them said that, yeah, I've had 2 Japanese speakers basically said, yeah, this is wrong. And as I put on here, this is why I'm like, I know I'm shadow banned. I know I'm beyond shadow banned. Because for stuff like this, especially since people are talking about localizations, they're talking about censorship, you would think that, and this happens every time. It does. It happens every fucking time. But you would think that they would be like, oh my god, Viz, especially since Viz is a huge target a lot, that, that this is a problem. We need to talk about it. But this is why I said Western anime manga Twitter, crickets. Anti-censorship Twitter, crickets. Anti-localizer grifters, crickets. Every time, these expose who the grifters are. Because they only come out when there's like a big thing. And it really drives me nuts. And as I said here, that I have had 2 more Japanese speakers say that this is for the no agenting harder. That's not the case either. And also this was adorable. And it took me back to my childhood, so that's why I have that in my bookmarks. But let me find the Gachi Yakuta, or not the Gachi Yakuta one. The Gokuraku Guide one, and then we'll get into the anime localizations. Because this one, this is one where I'm so confused why no one is besides me is mentioning it. I don't understand. It just is, it baffles me, man. Where are you, Gokuraku Guide thing? Okay, here we go. So, it says here, let me make this bigger here. So you guys see this better. It says here, no wait, what? Now you want to be an upstanding citizen? No wait, that reminds me, you had a pedo epiphany before, didn't you? Like, as soon as I saw that, like with Dark Gathering, I was like, wait, something's going on here. Something going on here, especially since, we're dealing with Viz Media. So, I took, and I said this during my live reaction as well. I'm like, something going on here. Like, what the fuck is a pedo epiphany? And then the Spanish version said, or not the Spanish version, I'm sorry. It was the Portuguese fan translation. Both of the fan translations had something, like, very similar to the Viz one. I'm like, something is going on. Because I think they just straight up translated the Viz version. I'm like, something is going on here. I gotta get the Japanese raw and figure out what the fuck is going on. And then when I put the Japanese raw through through Google Translate, it came up as lolicon. I'm like, yep, Viz did it again. They did it freaking again. they did it again. And look at that. This is one of those times where I'm like, really? Really? Nothing. Like, the Anya one, I can maybe understand to an extent because it's not, like, as big as something like this. It's Spy Family, so it should be bigger, mind you. But, like, this is, like, one of the most insane localization changes I have seen from Viz in a minute. Like, what the hell, man? Dude, yes, Rayo! Yes! Oh my god, One Piece is freaking sick right now. I'm so glad that you are up to date with One Piece. I lost my shit covering One Piece today. Oh my god. Like, what a freaking twist. What a freaking twist with Dragon and also, the whole thing with the, like, I swear to God, that whole twist with rocks, though. Oh my god, that was a twist. That was a twist. That was a twist. Gachi Yakuta looks okay, but considering the budget that Bones has, I was hoping for it to look better. I was hoping that we would get something like Mob Psycho 100. I was hoping we were gonna get something like that, like next level crazy, and we're not, and it bothers the shit out of me. The CGI is not blended very well. Oh my god, I'm so. But yeah, I already sent this to I tweeted these panels to Hosono, the editor-in-chief of Manga Plus. Like, as I said, I know there's a lot of problems with Viz localizations right now, and I should be tweeting, like, I should be sending him all of them. I know I should be doing it. But, like, this one in particular just really, really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, out of all, and there's a lot of them. Viz does a lot of botched localizations. I catch them all the freaking time. But this one, like, especially since Manga Plus has memberships now, people are paying for this. This is ridiculous. This is so unacceptable. And also, you got this shit here, too. We'll get to the Kazuya stuff in a minute. We got this shit here, too. God damn it, your ass is grass. This is a professional localizer that did this. And nobody's talking about that. Talking about this. Why? This is unacceptable. But I thought this was so funny. And you know what? You know what I think is the funniest part about all this? Is this whole situation revealed who was reading Kodojo Okarashi Masu and who was not. Me? I cover it. I've been covering this series for a long time. And I saw everyone only posting this page. Me? I'm not a dumbass. I posted the rest of it. Because this shows you that, unlike all these other fucking posers, I actually read and cover Kodojo Okarashi Masu. Yeah, I am proud of it. I cover Rent a Girlfriend. I do it for Yamori mainly, because Yamori's my girl. And the Yamori content we've been getting is freaking amazing, but this was so funny. I was dying when I read this. Oh my god, this shit was so funny. Oh my god, this shit was so funny. But like, all the clickbait that I've been seeing from people in regards to Kodojo Okarashi Masu, it's like, dude, you are not reading this manga at all, and I can freaking tell. Because, like, Yamori just straight up, last chapter, not this recent chapter, but like, the chapter before this one, she straight up calls Chizuru out on her bullshit. It was fantastic. Can't stand these posers, man. It's, oh god, it drives me freaking nuts. You have no idea. But yeah, if you are coming in right now, just now, we've talked about the hype that's going on with Jujutsu Kaisen. We got, obviously, the anime trailer that came out, which did confirm that the first part of the Culling Game arc is for sure going to be covering the Itadori execution arc and probably a good chunk of the preparation arc, because I think that's when the when Maki assassinates or like straight up destroys the Zenin clan is in the preparation arc, I believe. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how Mappa adapts the Culling Game. I don't know how I feel about, like, I don't know why they didn't just call it, for instead of Culling Game Part 1, why not call it Culling Game Part 1, like Itadori's execution arc or something like that. Like, why not just utilize it? Like, come on. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter is on the move. One Punch Man season 3 is just, it is cooked. It is not looking good. I said it from the start that it was going to be bad, and now I got so much shit for it, and I was right. Same thing with Sakamoto Days. I said Sakamoto Days was going to be bad from the start. I got so much shit for it, and I was right. And Chainsaw Man, I remember, I said when we looked at Chainsaw Man's production team list, I said that all they needed to do was have Tatsuya be the director, and it will be a fantastic anime. And I was right. I was right. I don't get any respect, swear. Something else I do want to mention that I think I'm like the only person that has noticed it, because my friend Chris Coveries, he's from the protest community. That one of my friends from the protest community. He is in Australia and he covers the protest down there. He's gotten his ass beat by like Aussie Antifa LARPers, BLM LARPers. Like, they're brutal down there too. And he brought this to my attention that that the Aussies are going to be protesting against the Karens, the social media bill. So he's going to go live. He'll be on the ground on September 13th. So make sure you guys are saving the date for that if you're interested in that. But, oh God, where do I begin? But yeah, just in case you missed this, I do want to emphasize this, that Tatsuya straight up said that he's fixing the anime because he wants to make this as close to Fujimoto's art, Chainsaw Man art, as possible. And in relation to One Punch Man, yeah, it's called a director change. That's what needs to happen here. You need to get an experienced director for One Punch Man. Once they do that, because that's going to make the biggest difference. Because that's what happened. Look at One Punch Man. What the biggest difference is from season 1 to season 2 that you noticed is there was a director change. And it went downhill. I'm just saying. But anyways, let's start off with the biggest culprit. Rent a Girlfriend is so hit or miss. A Couple of Cuckoos is a fucking pain in the ass. Oh my God. If you want to talk about pain in the ass, in terms of a manga, that's A Couple of Cuckoos. I need to know who the fuck talks like this. So, Crunchyroll localizers decided to change, but nothing she said was wrong too. I was spouting nothing but straight up facts about the whole parrot sitch. Who talks like this? And then they changed eyes from saying I'm going to do better to might be live and learn, right? Like, what the... Oh my God. It gets worse. We have a lot of localizer fan fiction on our hands here, guys. They changed, let's go somewhere that isn't so confined, where we'll be more comfortable to. You must be sick to death of this 5-star prison, so how about we rescue you from your tower? I'm telling you, these are fucking Tumblr fan fiction writers. They changed that isn't how it works to, doesn't marriage mean happily ever after? Like, Jesus Christ, man. they changed not everyone finds happiness to, it's not always the fairy tale people expect it to be. And obviously it's in regards to marriage, but still. And then that's pretty cringe is in both the sub and the dub. I don't know what the fuck it is. Why do localizers like feel like it is their God-given mission to insert cringe into every freaking piece of Japanese media as much as possible? I just don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. But then it doesn't stop there. They changed "You Scared Me" to an old man. You know what? I will say well played to the localizers on this. As much as I don't like that they changed it, I don't like Sagawa. Sagawa is a psycho-ass bitch. So, I don't like that they changed it. But I'm sorry, we're all thinking, like at least I'm thinking it anyway. The localizers must see how psycho Sagawa is if they changed her to saying this. They changed, I guess you could say that, to "Don't act so surprised I'm not that scared." Bitch, she is scary! She threatened to kill Ai with a goddamn butcher knife. She is a psycho-ass bitch! So you're wrong on this one, localizer. She is a psycho-ass bitch. She is scary. She is a scary-ass bitch. Nagi, you need to run from her. Run! And then they changed. I had no idea I was scaring you too. You really thought I was planning to off you? Yes! Yes, he did! Because you had a goddamn butcher knife in your hand. And you were threatening to kill Ai with a butcher knife, you psycho-ass bitch. I hate Sagawa so much. I hate her. I hate her, hate her, hate her, hate her. Hate her! God, I hate her so much. She is such a fucking bitch. Yeah, we have this too. Well, change to the, that's easy. But, yeah, they brought back NPC. And I have the audio. The Japanese dub, the Seiyu in the Japanese dub do not say NPC. They will say NPC if it is NPC. So yeah, they changed character basically to NPC. Yeah, that's what they did. And then they changed background character to featured NPC. It's like, what? Where's the consistency? And then they changed this. I was like dying. They said, so they changed as a background character. You're okay with that too? Your self-esteem, I'm sorry, I totally used the wrong your, but I was really tired when I was making these subtitles, okay? Your self-esteem needs some work. Oh my god, like, I'll have to fix that subtitle at some point. I'm just fucking tired. Okay. I'm still tired. Oh my god. Hell. I'm over an hour and a half in. I have not had a donation. It's probably a good thing that I did not get an extra bottle of booze because I have not had a shot yet. Oh well. My life is just ass, I guess. I am that shadow banned apparently. Let's see, where's the other one? Oh yeah. Then we got Gachi Kuda here. They changed Aniki, aka Big Bro, to stop being so nice. Like, how do you change that to like stop being so nice? Like, come on. And I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. What the best way to describe Gachi Kuda's dub is basically it's a 90s. If you've watched the 90s Funimation dub, that's what it is. It has decent VAs, minus Rudo and Zonka's too. Oh my god, I hate Zonka's English VA. I do not like it at all. But, like, the localization at times is so cheese. Oh my god, is it cheese, the changes that they did. They changed, hey, what's got you moping around out here too? Damn, your sulking is top tier, I'm jealous. Like, I guess you just can't take the Funimation. You could. I kind of wonder, like, do they have like Funimation localizers working on Gacha Yakuta? Like some of the old guard working on this one, because that's what it's kind of giving. They changed looks like you'll. I'm betting the old boss man will, and then they changed its Gris to shut up. It's like, dude. Then this is part of me where it gets like really cringy and cheesy to where they changed. You were all mopey because you thought Gris was dead. To you were down in the dumps because you thought Gris died, saving you from freaky dreadlocks, man. It's like, why? Why do these changes? Why? Like, why these additions, man? Because obviously, you can tell that this is basically almost the same. It's just they add these stupid changes. It's like, why? It's not needed. They changed that again all now to you precious little softie. Like, why? Why are you patronizing it? Like, well, he's already patronizing, but why are you infantilizing the audience like this? Like, stop. Oh my god, I hated this so much. So the localizers said, you know what? We hate Zonka, so we're gonna like have Zonka catch some strays with this too, because fuck you, that's why. So they changed Aisha's really shy too. She's also about as shy as Zonka is fussy. Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, leave Zonka alone. We have the 15-second trailer. Like, that's like the closest that we're gonna get. Like, we have this too. Oh my god. At this point. Alright, so we have, I don't have a single complaint changed to, so welcome to our band of weirdos. I'm telling you, this is what I mean by, like, Dragon Ball Z Funimation dub levels of weird. Of changes. This too, oh my god. They changed, looks good on you, man, too. You look ready to take on the world. Like, they're trying to, what they're doing with Ruto is very similar to, like, kind of what they did, this is why I include this one, kind of similar to what they did with Goku, where they're trying to make him, like, extremely heroic, and more heroic than he is portrayed to be. And they kind of, and Viz kind of does that with Chainsaw Man, with Denji as well. It's very annoying. Oh my god, then they changed this. They changed, didn't think he'd take it to it that well too. This is exactly as I was hoping it'd go. Like, what? Oh my god. Part of me was like thinking when I saw this, it's like, dude, are the Viz localized, or I say Viz, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm really hungry. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Part of me was thinking, like, are the Crunchyroll localizers, like, just scared of fat shaming? Because they said, instead of go easy, man, you're gonna get fat, they changed it to ease up, man, shut yourself before you wreck yourself. Here's my thoughts on Gacha Yakuta's character designs. Is they're not grungy enough. They're too clean. And in the case of some of them, the facial structure is incorrect. In the case of Ruto's, the eyes are incorrect. The eyes are too small. The only one that I would say is like, especially face-wise, that's like perfect is Zonka. And Rio is pretty close. I would say Rio's is good too. Rio and Zonka, they did, the character designers did the damn thing. But like, Enjin's eyes are off some of the time in terms of shape. And like the hairline is hit or miss. It's very inconsistent. But like, also, like, the clothing, their outfits are wrong. Like, the outfits proportion-wise, they're supposed to be more oversized, and they're not. And it really drives me crazy. And also, in terms of, like, the clothing being too clean, that's a problem I have with errata, what errata does in terms of the manga art. I think it's too clean in the manga as well. But, like, I think it's even cleaner. I know puns. But it's not, it's even cleaner than it is in the manga, which is a problem. Because it's supposed to be, like, the aesthetic is post-apocalyptic steampunk. And I'm not getting it. It really annoys me. But, I heard that, I don't know when are we going to get a main trailer this, next week? I don't know I don't even know if we're going to get a main trailer at this point for OPM. But anyways, this is what I mean by these localizers, man, at Crunchyroll. They changed year 1 to talk to, you need to calm down. Yeah, I'm going to do a straight up video of, or a dedicated video for just each anime. Like, how do you change hey, which, by the way, Zonka does say oi oi up in the Japanese dub, to we've got a problem. Like, that don't make no sense to me. They changed can't use your it's jinky. It's supposed to be can't use your jinky again. Fuck you and your instrument, Kodansha. To need me to bleed out. Like, what the fuck? How did you get that from this? Then they changed, but I guess we're gauging the success of your diet to not the long-term effects of an all-sugar diet. Like, what the fuck? And then they changed glad you could move around again at least to glad you got a neck again, though. Like, what are these localizers doing, man? And then they changed, man, you ticked me off, to shut up before you give me a reason to slap you. I swear, these localizers hate Zonka. They do. I really am convinced that they hate Zonka. They do. They hate Zonka. They do. Then there's this one. Where, like, Bang Zoom, they changed, oh, yes, that's right, to, you're right, boys are trash. And you know what? I'm thinking about this now. I might have to change, because football season started today. I think I might have to change this, change NERDICAST to Wednesdays, because I kind of want to watch football. I think that might be in the cards. I might. And I know the stream is bombing like hell. And if it doesn't change in like 15 minutes, I will probably hop off, because this is making me feel really depressed and making me wonder, like, what the fuck am I doing? It really does make me wonder. Oh, a second. I need to do this first. Come on, this is gonna bother me if I don't do this. Where are you? I need this real quick. Oh, damn it. There it is. Okay. Okay, so per usual, Witch Watch really freaking sucks. Because Bang Zoom hates life. Bang Zoom hates fans. So they changed. Let me read the sub first, and then we'll read the dub. So it says here, "What a loser! Why don't you come hang with? Why don't you come play with us instead of hanging out with this loser?" They changed it to, "Damn son, where your friends at? Why don't you hang out with us instead of that wannabe gangster?" Oh, and it gets better. They changed, yeah, that's right, because this guy, to haven't you heard, that guy's a violent. They changed to, "What are you," I know, I gotta fix that. "What are you writing to Yo, mind if I take a peek?" I swear to God, Bang Zoom, you need to fire these people. They changed Rippity Rip to "Make it rain, baby." Like, what the fuck? They changed "It hurts" to "I can't breathe." And then there's this. I'm telling you, Bang Zoom, these localizers are infantilizing. Oh, I can't say infantilizing right. Infantilizing their viewers and patronizing viewers. Because they're replacing butt with booty butt and butt with hiney, which is fucking stupid. Then you got replacing a simple not true with nuh-uh. Then this one like really threw me off, because it was just supposed to be "Please step out of it" to extract your heads from your heinies. Like, why hiney? Why not extract your head out of your ass? Or butt? Like, what is going on with these localizers over at Bang Zoom? They changed a simple... And yes, the Japanese dub just said "arigato," Nico. It didn't have, like, "I know you were just trying to help." Like, come the fuck on. This is what I mean by patronizing viewers. Because instead of it was going so well too, they changed that to "that gosh darn mother-loving tease." Like, what the fuck are you doing? They changed the "heartfelt reunion" to "sweet and spicy reunion." Alright. And then they said, but there was no spice in his eyes. They changed, but his eyes are so black too, there was no spice in his eyes. It's like, damn. Like, what? But, oh wait, is there anyone? Yeah. There's this one too. Like, there's, let's see. "I feel like your hearts are aligned and all that." That was changed to, like, I mean, you guys definitely give that "will they, won't they" vibe. Like, these fucking localizers, man. They changed "strange spell" as always to, as in "they're both weird and I don't get how they work," and yet. I hate that when they use slang like this. From "calm down" to "girl, get it together." But yeah, something I didn't go through this week's My Dress Up Darling yet, because I just don't have the capacity to do it right now. Mental capacity to do it at the moment. I will though soon. I will. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I just don't. I'm just really let down that, of course, per usual, my stream is bombing. Even though people want me to do these streams, they never show up. And that makes me really pissed. But yes, SB20 is in effect in Texas. The fucking lawmaker himself, apparently, that wrote it, doesn't even know his own goddamn law. Because because I found this, I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. It's despite the law's language, Flores only mentions AI. He doesn't mention cartoons or animation or the under 18 appearance, which is weird. I don't understand that. But let me see if there's anything. Oh yeah, I forgot. There is this too. But I don't know. I think for Sakamoto, I don't think I have that much for Sakamoto. Now, Sakamoto, I'll do a double. I just don't have it in me to go through this right now because I'm really, really annoyed at what's happening. You know, that my stream is bombing at the moment. I really am fucking annoyed. But yeah, you got Warner Brothers suing Midjourney for copyright infringement. Of course. Hold on a second. What is this I am seeing? Oh, of course. There's an active petition in Canada to stop censorship from payment processors like Visa and MasterCard. Good luck with them getting to listen. UK didn't listen. Good luck with Canadians doing it. Seven Seas. Hold on a second. I need to double check something. Because I want to see if there is another reason I need to jump off. Okay, good. No. At least not yet. I would have been very, very annoyed if a chapter I was missing. Or if the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter just happened to drop. Okay. Let me just double check and make sure the Sakamoto stuff didn't come out yet. Okay, so no. Alright. Okay, good. At least I'm not having to worry about that. Okay. I feel better about that. Like, it's crazy I'm being a pessimist on this. It really is, but oh dude. Of course I missed the freaking Jalen Carter like spitting out Dak Prescott. Oh, fucking A. Speaking of, I need to see, because I started the Eagles defense over the Bills defense. So I kind of need to see what's going on with that game. Please. I did not click on you. Go away. Let's see what's going on here. You're just going to have to deal with it. Come on. You're only showing... Why? Why are you only showing me this? Let's see. Yeah, you don't spit on a man. That's messed up. Yeah, you don't do that. No. That's a big no-no. But yeah, I'm gonna based on what I'm seeing right now, I am probably gonna switch the stream. Especially with, football season starting. I'm probably going to switch the day of the stream to Wednesdays. Oh, did Visa include the localized title name? Hold on. Did they not... Are they not doing the localized title name? No! They didn't. Oh, please don't do something stupid. Don't do something stupid, Viz. But... You know what? I'm gonna mention. You know what? I'll mention this Japanese politician real quick too. I don't know how I feel about this situation. I don't. I have. There's a couple of Japanese. There's a few Japanese politicians I would trust getting my info from. Zenko, like, I appreciate what you're doing. I really do. But I just got a feeling, like with most politicians, hi Kitty, that you're kind of taking everyone for a ride. I don't think you're going to do shit. I don't. I honestly don't. I think you're fucking with everybody. And it's kind of messed up. That's my opinion. That's not just my opinion. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the gut feeling I'm getting. Yeah, kitty, right? Because, I follow, to an extent, I follow some Japanese politics. I know, like, who works, I, in terms of, like, censorship stuff, I trust Takamatsu and shit, and there's, like, maybe a couple of other politicians who actually tweet about the situation that's happening in terms of censorship. Well, this one here, he's tweeting about, like, censorship that's happening elsewhere around the world before what's happening in Japan. And that just, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, why? It just, I don't know. And I know, like, in terms of, you know what? I should be mentioning this. Like, what to, because people are, I've seen people, like, bitch about, like, well, what do we do about, anime and manga, localizations? Well, in the case of High Dive, as I mentioned this before, with High Dive, you just need to send it to them. Like, if enough people send, don't be an asshole either. Just gotta let them know. Like, enough people mention where where the botchery is. Enough people send it to them, they will take care of it. Crunchyroll, it's the same. Well, Crunchyroll, you gotta raise a lot of shit for something to get taken care of, unfortunately. We gotta raise a lot of hell for that. Anything in 7 Seas, manga related wise, you're not gonna get anything done through them. 7 Seas won't do shit. You have to go to the Japanese publisher for that. For Viz, you gotta raise a lot of hell on Twitter for them to do something. We've seen it with Jujutsu Kaisen before. I think we've seen it maybe with a couple of other localizations that's happened before. But yeah, that's what you gotta do for Viz. Square Enix, oh god. Square Enix, I think it's the same thing. You gotta raise a lot of hell. And I want to raise a lot of hell because of the fucking cringe that I've been the cringe that I've seen in their localizations a few times. But the thing for me is that, in my opinion, here's my thing, okay? Here's Kitty's thing too. Is that, this is how I'm going to conclude this stream since no one's fucking here anyway. I don't think anyone's watching me. I don't think that's why I'm like, I really don't give a shit what I say at this point. Here's my thing. Is that I'm only one person. I'm a shadow banned person. No one can see me in the goddamn void. No one, like, part of me is just like, I don't think, either it's, I'm extremely shadow banned, or people just don't care and just want clout. And that, either way, it pisses me off. Because I would love to actually make a difference. I would. I've been part of making a difference before. In the case of, I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. I've been part of that change. I feel like it frustrates me because there's so much we could change. So much that can be done. If all of us just work together and, like, spread the word and actually put a stop to this. But because everyone is so, I don't know, everyone is just focused on, like, other shit. I just don't think we're gonna get, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really annoyed. I just really want this, I really, really hope people start waking the fuck up. I really do. I really hope people start waking up and realizing that some of the people that they are following are not doing the things that they want to fight for. And again, using examples like from a couple of years ago is fine and good, but why not use some examples that happened, like, I don't know, yesterday or this week? Why not fight something that's happening right now and stop it from happening? That's the problem. Again, that's the problem with using examples that are from, like, 2 or 3 years ago, hell, in some cases 8 years ago, is because then you don't have people taking you seriously for one thing, and also it doesn't address the actual it doesn't address the problem that is happening right this second, in the here and now. And it bothers me to hell. It really does. And I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. I'm going to keep spreading awareness. I'm going to keep trying my best to let the right people know. I'm going to keep writing articles on it. See if that ends up helping. Will it? I honestly don't know at this point. I don't. And it frustrates me. It really does. But I got a frustrated kitty. I'm hungry. I gotta go pay rent. And I'm gonna go watch football since my stream is bombed to fuck. It's next level bombed. No one, YouTube shadow bans me. Twitter shadow bans me. No one gives a fuck. I'm really annoyed. And I just am hating life at right now. So, anyways. I have to reevaluate how I'm going to be doing these streams. I really do. Do people even want them? That's the real question. Because I like doing them, but if people don't want them, then why am I doing them? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kick it so I can keep bringing you more content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Coffee, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network, that's in the description box